You can dread it, you can run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Claudia Pina's Evo, it's been the most sought after, the most suspenseful evolution that we've had this year. We don't know exactly which day it's going to drop. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, but we know that there's a big boost coming for the rattiest player in the game very, very soon. Today, we're going to talk about big Evo investments, big out-of-pack investments, and how you can make millions of coins during the Time Warp promo, which is starting tomorrow. If you're excited for today's video, drop a like right now. Let's hop into it. What's the most important thing in FC 26 Ultimate Team? It's coins. And where can you get the cheapest coins? At Loot Bar. It's the cheapest and it's the safest coin trading platform on the entire market. It's 10% cheaper than all the other platforms. And if you use my code Nitro, you're going to get 10% off. And if that's not enough percent, you'll get another 5% bonus added to what you order. And an extra 5% off for returning customers too. Loot Bar has quick delivery within a half an hour. Big creators use it and it also has great reviews. Don't forget code Nitro at checkout. And check out their Christmas 1.75 million coin sale for a limited time. Let's start on the transfer list today. I sold Claudia Pina because this card is up nearly double of what she was a couple days ago. It's a really quick turnaround for that card to go up that much. And when this evolution does come out, and there's an 86 rated evolution on the way for left wing / left mid players, if you hadn't heard, this evolution does fit Nico Williams as well. It fits Claudia Pina. It's going to be a pretty big pace upgrade unless you already have a lot of pace like Nico Williams, but it also adds things like a technical plus, big stats boost, base play styles, skill move, chemistry. It's a big deal. Now, of course, this is such a big evolution that it's obviously going to be behind a paywall, right? EA Sports are going to make this like 100,000 coins or whatever, or it's going to be, 1,000 FC points. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to put it behind, how expensive it's going to be, but they're not going to make this kind of evolution free. And with that being said, when you have this many Claudia Pinas on people's transfer list right now, there's going to be a lot of supply. And I don't think that that demand is going to outweigh the supply once the evolution drops. There's a lot of people that already have a Claudia Pina in their club, okay? Whether it's untradeable or whatever, it's already in their club. It's one of the most used cards in the game, which is a good thing for Evo investments, but it's also a bad thing when it comes to the actual Evo dropping, right? Once that Evo drops, all of this supply that people have built up over the last couple of days, I mean, this is an artificial rise so far. This Claudia Pina that has gone up in price so much over the last couple of days, it's not natural, right? There's not anything that has made this card go up in price other than hype, right? 4,500 coins up to 8K. It's hype. That's all it is. And so that big difference right there is all people who have invested in this Claudia Pina for an evolution. Now, there's always that small chance that this Evo comes out and it's so good, it's so irresistible that everybody in the game goes out and does it. But that's few and far between. So most of the time, the cards will drop after the Evo actually comes out, and so selling into the hype is exactly what you need to do. Now, I'm not saying, again, that 8,300 is going to be the high point, or 8,400 is going to be the high point for Claudia Pina. I think she could get close to like 10K, 11K even, if you're lucky, with the hype of this Evo. As long as, people leak it the day it's going to come out, people are going to panic buy in the hours leading up to content. But I'm saying when the actual Evo drops, it's a dangerous card to hold. That's all I'm saying. Now, Nico Williams is another card that fits this evolution, and I am going to clear my transfer list so I can add more unassigned items to my transfer list. But I've also got a bunch of Nico Williams on my transfer list because he also obviously fits that Evo right there. 88 rated would be, I mean, that looks like an incredible card, okay? It looks like an incredible card. We've got like 70 of these Nico Williams on the transfer list right now. Now, for Nico Williams, he hasn't fluctuated as much as Claudia Pina. You guys saw that Claudia Pina went from 8K to 4K back to 8K really quickly, and that's weird, right? That's a big drop. It's because she went back into packs for a couple days before that Evo hype began and made her go back up in price. Nico Williams has been out of packs this week, and so that card didn't drop on Friday like Claudia Pina did. He stayed the exact same price on Friday. In fact, he's actually gone up in price the last couple of days because of the Evo hype. But the thing is, he's out of packs and goes back into packs on Friday, so I'm not going to hold this card until Friday. I hope that the Evo comes out on Thursday or Friday so I can sell into the hype of that Evo on either day, but I'm not going to hold until content on Friday because Nico Williams going back into packs is inevitably going to make that card go down in price. So I'm probably not going to be holding that card for much longer either. But cards that I am going to hold for a little bit longer. One is those cards you saw at the beginning of the transfer list. We invested in a bunch of Jonathan Ta for about 27,000 coins, 26, 27, 25,000 coins. These are Winter Wildcard Team 1 cards, which it's a little bit late to invest in these cards now, but you can see Jonathan Ta has now nearly doubled in price. He's up to 50K now, and quite frankly, I think he could go higher. I'm not in any huge rush to sell this upcoming promo Time Warp. It's not a big promo. It's a filler promo as we get close to Team of the Year. Now, we are going to see a little bit of a Team of the Year market crash as we get closer to Team of the Year. People will panic sell before Team of the Year, but overall, that's going to be for higher tier cards, cards that are, hundreds of thousands or millions of coins. Those are going to be the cards that are most affected by that market crash. And actually, every single card that's out of packs going into Team of the Year will rise because there's more buying power, more coins. And once people realize, oh, I'm not going to pack a Team of the Year, they go back to the other meta cards that already exist in the game. So Winter Wild cards are obviously going to be a big part in the meta for the next month or two before the power curve changes. So with that being said, we've got some Jonathan Taz there. We've got some Lorientes. We've got some Adiemis. Loriente we got for 18,000 coins. That card is now up to, I think it's over 30,000 coins now. It might be close. Yes, it is over 30K. So 32,000 coins. He has almost doubled in price as well. Those have been incredible investments. Now, when it comes to Adiemi and other cards on our transfer or unassigned, we've got a lot of new investments as well, one of which is Dan Burn. So Dan Burn I've been picking up for 40,000 coins. And the reason that I like this card as an investment is because today, Thursday, that card goes out of packs, and so do all of the other re-release cards. So we're not talking about Winter Wildcards Team 2, not talking about Winter Wildcards Team 3 or 1. None of the Winter Wildcards. It's all about the re-release cards that went back into packs for 2 weeks and now are going out of packs today. So Due, he was down at about 22,000 coins. That was his lowest point, was 22,250. That card over the last couple of days has started to go above that discard price, or that lowest point of the price range, which is 22,000 coins. So 22K is the lowest he could list for, and for days that card was 22,000 coins. He started to rise above it, and now he's up to nearly 30,000 coins. And again, he goes out of packs today. He's probably only going to go higher. For Dan Burn, I picked up quite a few of these. I'll show you here in a second. He's 40,000 coins, okay? 40K is the lowest you can list for. Look how long he's been 40K. Literally since like Christmas, he's been 40,000 coins. Hasn't really moved above it, but as you can see over the last couple of days, he rose up to 44K. Came back down, rose up to 42K, came back down, up to 42K again right now. He's showing signs of life, and that's enough for me to invest in him because once he gets pulled out of packs, this is an 86 rated card, and 86 rated cards can fit into evolutions. The first time we get an evolution that fits 86 rated center backs again, we already had it once last week, but once we get it again, this is a card that'll definitely rise into that hype. It's a card that I think it's just going to rise naturally because it's meta. This is a card that people are going to use. It links to a lot of things. It's a good card, and I think that that card comes above 40K here in the next couple of days. So that card, which was 400 to 500,000 coins while it was out of packs the first time, has gone down to 40K. That's 10% of what his price was. I mean, it's due for a rebound. That's all I'm saying. And so I invested pretty heavily in Dan Burn. Take a look at our unassigned. We've got Dan Burn. We've got Due. There's the Dan Burn investment. We've got tons of him right there. I've got 400,000 coins. I might buy a couple more Dan Burn, but I might also go in on a different investment. We've got Adiemis, we've got Baldes, and the reason I like these so much, again, is because of that 86 rating. Those re-release cards that went back into packs that are going out of packs today. These cards like Balde, who we got for like 70K, 70,000 coins right here. This is a card that is going to go up naturally, but it can also fit Evos. You're getting the best of both worlds. The longer you hold, really, I think the more coins you're going to make on these cards. Adiemi, you can kind of say the same thing. I got him for 64K. I actually got a few for like 55 to 57K for Adiemi as well. So that's my unassigned right now. You can invest in Dan Burn still, but here's some other cards I might invest in with my last 400K. And I'm waiting until Marquee Matchups drops later today to actually get involved. And that is going to be the final two teams of Winter Wildcards, because Team 2 and Team 3, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I asked Twitter when does Team 2 go out of packs? They said it's Friday, so Team 2 and Team 3 are in packs until Friday. And I'm looking at cards like Madueke, okay? Madueke really intrigues me as an investment because, again, he's 86 rated. He's going out of packs as a winter wildcard. He's got such good stats with such incredible links that 22K just makes absolute sense to me. And he's actually gone up in price while he's in packs. His low point was a day after he was in packs. He was like 18K, 17K. He's actually gone up to 22. I have no problem spending 22,000 coins on Madueke. And I can get about, what would it be, 40 of these cards? So I might buy close to 40 Maduekes rather than spread my investment out. But I do think that a lot of these cards could be good. Morgan Rogers could be really, really good. I would avoid cards like Rodrigo. I don't think that cards like Rodrigo are great investments because I think those are the kind of cards that'll drop in the hype of Team of the Year. But I do think that, Morgan Rogers, Madueke is good. A lot of the English guys, just because they're cheap, that looks solid. Schlotterbeck is honestly a pretty good investment. I mean, look at what happened to Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah might be slightly a better card, but not by a lot. And this card at 20,000 coins, oh, he was down at 14K. Look at the rise he's had while he's in packs. He's going to keep going while he's out of packs. Schlotterbeck looks like a great investment right there. Anything on the bench, you've got the other Madueke. I don't really think that it matters which Madueke you invest in. Maybe the one that's pacier could be better. Even Lauren James isn't bad. 71,000 coins. Her low point was 54K while in packs. That card's honestly solid as an investment too. A lot of these cards that are under 100K would be the ones that I would focus on. And then as we look at team number 3, you've got a couple other options. The only thing is team 3 cards didn't drop as much as team 2 cards. And so there's not as many investments I like from this team, but I still think that they're going to work out. I still think that if you went in on some of these investments like Kefren Turam, I mean, look at that card. All stats 82 and above. That's a pretty solid investment right there. That card was down at about 50K. He's 60 right now. I think that that's fine. Plus, he's got Tiki Taka Plus, which is a really, really good, it's a really good playstyle plus. The downside to Turam is he's 87 rated. He's not going to fit into an Evo until at least Team of the Year or after. So that's the downside to Turam. But other than that, guys, yeah, Winter Wildcards Team 2 and Team 3 are still really, really good investments. It might be a little bit late for Team 1, but Team 2 and Team 3 are really good. Now, let's talk about what promo is actually dropping on Friday. We're going to have a Time Warp promo. It's all about throwback cards, and we've looked at some of these cards already. We're going to have big SBCs like Alexis Sanchez and Arturo Vidal. Those are two Chileans, and the first thing you think of when you're like, okay, there's two Chileans as investments is go invest in Chilean cards that are going to link to those SBCs, but there really aren't any investments that I like. You've got Ivan Zamorano, his two hero cards, including the Winter Wildcard hero card. I mean, yeah, the card, it's not a terrible investment. You can see that it's gone from 30K all the way to 60K in the last couple of days, some of which definitely influenced by the fact that there are Chilean SBCs on the way, but he already gets the chemistry that's needed for cards. You don't need to link him to other Chileans to get full chem. And so with that hero card, I don't think he's going to be affected too much by Vidal, by Alexis Sanchez. He's going to go up probably either way, but I'm just saying that it's not because of these cards actually dropping to where he's going to go up. You know what I'm saying? He already gets the chemistry needed. So I don't think that these, SBC complement link investments are going to be incredible. But what I do think is going to be pretty good is probably out-of-pack investing for cards like Messi. Maybe Pogba, probably not Pogba. He's been discard price for a little bit too long. But cards like Lionel Messi could be a really good investment because Lionel Messi, his 86 rated card, it's like 3,500 coins right now. This is a card that got to as low as like 3K. But we look at 86 rated cards in general, guys. 86 rated cards are 3K, okay? So if 86 rated cards go up at all, then those 86 rated, fodder cards are going to make Messi go up too. He goes out of packs, but he could also fit Evos very, very soon. He's not going to be the left mid Evo that we know for Claudia Pina and Nico Williams, but there could be a right wing, there could be a striker, there could be a cam evolution sometime soon, and this Lionel Messi would fit it. If that evolution gets hyped up while he's out of packs, then you could definitely see this card go over 4K, maybe close to 5,000 coins. That's a pretty good return on investment for such a cheap investment. like Lionel Messi. If you take a look at some of the cards that have been out of packs for a while, like Alejandro Balde's gold card, he's been out of packs for 2 weeks now. He's going to go back into packs, so he's going to drop. But 2 weeks of being out of packs, that card went from discard price, literally at about 750 coins, all the way up to 7,000 coins. That would have been the jackpot investment. We did not invest in it, but that would have been the jackpot investment. We actually made a lot of coins off Balde about a month and a half ago when we went with a heavy, like I bought like 500 of him and he went from 1,000 coins up to 3.5 thousand coins. We made a lot of coins on him. Wish we could have done it again. I definitely missed out on that investment, but you can't win them all, I guess. You can't win them all. All the cards we invested in have done well, but you do look at some of the cards that rise, 700% in a week and you're like, damn. Wish I would have bought that card instead. So Balde did really well out of packs. You can see Marcus Rashford. He's an Evo card that's been doing really well the week that he's been out of packs. He's 5,200 right now. But before he went out of packs, he was about 3,000 coins. And it's not because any particular evolution has come out. It's just because there are already existing Evos for Marcus Rashford. Plus, he's kind of a meta card in general still. That's a card that, because there's not been supply, he's gone up in price. Just the lack of supply makes him go up. So that's why I think Lionel Messi could be a good investment from this Time Warp promo. The downside is there's not really any other cards that I think are meta enough or could be meta enough with an Evo that I would invest in. Of course, that Pogba is tempting. He was a good Evo for the first month of the game, but ever since then, he's been pretty irrelevant. So I don't think that Pogba is going to do too well, but that's what I wanted to bring to your attention before we ended today's video. That's going to be it for today, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you made it this far, and if you want more trading tips and investments from the #1 trader in the history of Ultimate Team, check out Next Level Foot Trading by Fut Peppy. He'll send you these trades straight to your phone, what to buy it for. It works on PC, it works on console, and right now you can get involved, and this will last you until Team of the Year, 2 weeks for €5. That's $5 US, it's 5 Great British Pounds. The link is in the description. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.